What is up, you lovely people, and welcome to this League of Legends Nidalee extended guide here. And the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of you have been asking for more Nidalee videos. And just a little thing I wanted to say before, I did mention I wanted to do a Zyra video, and I was working on that for a while. And I was trying to make a guide and not really a full live commentary, and just ended up, kind of noticing how I was bad with Zyra. I'm really bad right now with Zyra, and I need a lot of practice because she is a champion that really requires a lot of skill, in my opinion, to get really good with, especially mid lane. And so I thought I was just going to wait a bit before I get this video out, because if I'm going to try to teach people how to play a champion, I might as well be really good with that champion first and not be just a complete noob, because then I think I wouldn't have a lot of credibility showing people how to play a champion I don't personally know how to play. So end of that parentheses, let's just jump right into the game. And here, what I'm doing right now with Nidalee as soon as the game starts is just go and place bushwhacks in the jungle. I don't do this every game, but I know a lot of people wanted to know how to carry low elo, and they said Nidalee was really bad and that she couldn't really win. And here's a proof that this thought is really wrong. So here's what I'm doing. I'm placing bushwhacks all over the place here because I know that Vi is going to go get her blue first, and then she's going to go get her red. Now, they do think about taking a red. That could have fucked my little early invade, but I do end up actually doing something pretty nice, so you'll see. What I do is I put a bushwhack right there to help the leash. That's actually a lot of damage that you can do just by putting a bushwhack there, so make sure you do that when you play Nidalee. And always start with your bushwhacks first, because it's so much vision that you gain from doing it. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to go place a ward right here. That's kind of a late ward. Normally I would do it a bit earlier, but here's what I'm doing. I'm putting a ward there, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I know that once Vi is done with her blue buff, she's going to go get the red, right? And when you do a red buff, a lot of people, like most jungling champions, will be very low on HP, and they'll end up dying. Well, not dying, they'll end up being very low when you're doing the red, and so you can end up actually killing them if you get there in time. So here's what I'm doing. The problem is with this is that normally I would be level 2 right away, and I would be able to go there right now, but here I actually do end up getting my level 2, and so I head that way right there. Now Darius here is going to help me get the kill on this one, because he noticed that she was there as well. So he actually failed smite that, and he actually ended up letting her get the red buff, and she almost gets away here. I do like look at this spear. I'm going to throw a spear right there. She ends up getting 12 HP, but I'm really good at this game, and so I decide, you know what, I'm pretty sure she's going to recall in that bush. I'm just going to throw my spear, and I do get first blood and double buffs. So it did take a lot to actually get that kill, and normally it wouldn't take that much. You could actually get the kill a lot faster than this. But the fact that there were 2 mid, and some, like, this guy just trolled me by saying I'm going mid anyways, even if you called it. And so that was kind of bad. But you see, this is the kind of stuff that happens in silver games, in bronze games. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to show you guys this game, because this is probably what you guys have to face when you play solo queue. So here, actually, instead of just staying mid, I noticed bot lane's having trouble. So guess what? I'm going to grow balls and, be a big man and say, alright, I'm going to go help bot, even though this guy stole my mid lane. And so I'm just going to man up, go bot lane, and help this guy. Because if I stayed mid, yes, we could have crushed this Orianna. But the problem is bot lane's was probably going to go feed. And he would have fed this Vayne probably a lot. And that would have ended up being a lot of trouble for us. And so what I do is you go bot lane, because I do have double buffs. I already have a kill. And so I thought, you know what? My personal situation is already going pretty well. Let's just go help the lane. The problem is with this, look at the farm now. I have 5 CS in 5 minutes. That's just crazy bad. But since I have balls, I'm a man, I decide that's not a problem for me. I'm going to go help the lane. And here, look at this spear right there. Bam. And Corki goes like, okay, this guy's getting really low. We could go in for a kill. So guess what he does? Flashes in and goes for the kill right there. Really nicely played by him. He thought he could tower dive that, but I said, no, don't do it. He just backed off. So here, what did I do? I roam around the map. I roam around the map and help my team out. And that's what you want to do when you play Nidalee and you want to carry. You have to roam around the map and help your teammates out. even if that means that your personal CS and your personal score is probably going to be affected by it. If you're a good enough player that you can carry your whole team just by roaming around and letting them carry you in the late game, that's going to be better off for you and a lot less stressful. So what I'm going to do here is just throw some spears, do some pretty good damage here on Vayne and Zilean. Just going to throw another spear. She almost dies. She does actually stay for some reason. I don't know why, but she decides to stay. So let's see what we're going to do here. I do go around, and bam, look at this spear. That was amazing. Just a nice little spear right there. Now, I do not have double buffs anymore, and so that's going to be my recall call, if you will. That's when I decided that I'm going to recall as soon as I can. So here we actually go for the kill on Zilean. I do ended up picking up the kill with my Ignite, but Corki dies in the process by... Oh, okay, here's something I did that was really retarded. Let me just jump back here and just explain what I did right there. So, look at the minion right here. I wanted to get my level 6 so I could get my Tear of the Goddess and stack it. But this, I thought these minions were in range for turret, but look at that. Oh, I'm just going to go right there. Oh, nope, there's no minions, so I died to Zilean. That was pretty retarded. But it didn't end up giving them anything, mostly because Zilean is support. And so, did give them a bit more gold and might have made it a lot harder for us to lane, but still not a really smart move for me. I just didn't calculate that correctly. Let's just get over it right now. So I go back in lane and throw some spears like a boss because I'm really good. Just kidding. Oh, look at this spear. I just missed right there because I suck at this game. So here Vi goes in like balls deep when both of her team members are actually at the turret. Now I do end up getting stunned by Vayne in the bush because they have a ward right here. They do go up for the kill, but I spear end up missing 3 of them somehow, and so not getting any kill here. We're gonna go ward that bush right there because Vi is around. So always keep a ward on yourself. That's another tip. And buy potions. I cannot emphasize this enough. Just buy potions every time you back. I always buy like a bunch of potions every time I back. Now, here, let's see. No, not getting the kill on this one, though. So, they're actually going to recall. I'm going to throw a spear, I think. Nope, we're actually going to go and chase her down. And Corki ends up getting the kill on this one. And that's good for us because I want my AD carry to get some kills and not theirs. So, get the farm here. Pushed a wave. They wanted to go for Dragon. I thought it was a really bad idea, so I decided just to get the turret. Thought that was a better call. And it gave my team 150 gold each. And some map presence as well. Not having a turret bot lane for them is going to be a lot of trouble. It's going to allow Corki to farm a lot. Darius ends up dying at his red buff for some reason, because this is you know, very low elo. People suck here. So Vi actually goes for their red buff, and so mid lane is completely undefended. I'm gonna go and just put a lot of damage on the turret. So what am I doing? Again, I'm roaming around the map. I'm making people feel my presence. And that's how you carry with Nidalee. That's how you carry with any champion, mostly. I was bot lane. I was mid first. I got their jungler. I just screw up their jungler's jungle like in 4 minutes. And it didn't cost me anything. Like, yes, it did cost me CS. But then Heimerdinger got that CS. Like, he's got pretty good CS. Like, 72 CS is really good. And so I gave CS to Heimerdinger instead of keeping it for myself. And I completely raped their jungle. So we do end up dying here. Not me, but she actually ends up staying alive with little to no HP. Vi decides to fight me right here. And I almost die, but because like the Zilean just saved them. Jump over the wall, just get away from this one. And I'm gonna just recall. So here's my first tip from this video. If you want to win, if you want to carry with Nidalee, since you got so much mobility with your cat form and pounce, look how much I just pounce every time I can. Just pounce, 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 pounce. Now here I do go AFK because I'm obviously doing some stuff at the same time. But you want to pounce as much as you can. Once you get your Tear of the Goddess, not only will that help you stack your tier, but it will also help you move around the map a lot quicker. So that's that's something that you can do with Nidalee. Just help mid lane, help bot lane, help top lane if you can. Like, just help all the lanes. Just ward accordingly, because you need wards if you want to land some kills. So I always go back. What I do every time I back, here's a little tip. Something that I do end up buying a lot of potions by the end of the game. but I think it's worth it. I buy 2 health potions and 4 mana potions every time I back. That's something that I personally do. It's just a habit that I have. I'm not sure if it's good or not, but I don't know. It just helps me a lot. So here's a double kill. Now watch this play right here. This Heimerdinger, a playmaker, just spear. He goes for the stun. I go back in. Bam! Just land the triple kill right there from nothing. That was just amazing. So I'm like 6-1 right now. Really good position. I've helped my mid lane. I've helped my bot lane at this point. I've helped push bot lane. I've helped push mid lane. The only person I haven't helped so far is top lane, and that's going to come a bit further in the game because right now he's actually not doing too well. He's 1-1, but he's having a lot of trouble brawling out versus this Darius, and so our Darius goes to help him. They actually do end up getting a kill here while I'm pushing mid lane and getting some more objectives because that's what I want. I'm Nidalee. What do? I push lanes. I push lanes and help my teammates. That's how you win games with Nidalee. You're not supposed to be like a team fight champion. And everyone like keeps saying to me like, oh well, Nidalee sucks because she can't do anything in a team fight. Right, so what? That doesn't mean she doesn't like help you win the game. Nidalee is so good at pushing lanes, mobility, just go around the map, push lanes, help your teammates, throw spears, just poke people before a team fight. Now this Corki ends up dying for some reason. And Darius does go in, like right here, says, oh, we can get the kill here. We don't. I just spear, and we're probably going to end up backing out here. So I'm just going to get some farm because I've been really under farmed the whole time because of mid lane and bot lane and stuff like that. So I'm going to go around the map. I do not get the blue buff. I think Darius got it. Yeah, he did. Do I get the blue buff? I don't think I do. No, I do not get the blue buff. So now this Orion is actually getting pretty fed. Now here's where I decide to go help top because bot lane is really pushed because I pushed the lane by destroying the turret. Mid lane's pretty pushed. I destroyed the turret. So what am I going to do now? Go help top lane because that's where someone needs help. Now if top lane was already having a good time, then I probably wouldn't have spent my time top lane trying to help him. I would have spent my time probably mid lane pushing a bit more. But he did need some help, so guess what? I go there, give my Jax another kill, and now my Jax is 3-1. And the enemy Darius is raging right now in chat. You cannot see, but he's been raging the whole game, telling our Jax he needs to be babysitted if he wants to win his lane, blah, blah, blah. And so I decided I just want to shut this guy's mouth and go top lane and just camp him to make him rage a bit more. So now, we do have a ward in this bush right here. I think it was placed by myself, not too sure. But that's going to help us for some vision in the jungle and for the following play, I think. I'm not too sure what's going to happen here. So again, what am I doing? I'm not going in the jungle like just randomly getting raids or anything. No, I'm actually pushing the lanes. I'm pushing the turrets. That's all I'm doing the whole time, just pushing lanes. I went bot lane, I got the turret. I went mid lane, got the turret, got the second turret, and now I'm trying to get the third turret. And that's the most important one. So what am I doing the whole time with Nidalee? Just roam around the map with my huge mobility and help my teammates out. And while I'm doing that, I'm still racking up a lot of kills. I see bot lanes actually overpushed and Corki's having trouble. What do? I go bot lane. I just do miss my spear right there. That's terrible. But we actually do end up not killing Vayne, and that was pretty bad decision. But I think it was just misplayed by us. And here, look at that. I just didn't notice there's 5 of them right here. And so I end up dying. There's actually 4 of them. So there's 4 of them, and I do end up dying. But we do clamp by, and that's it. So, gonna go back, speed that up, see what happens here. Nothing interesting, so let's just skip that. And let's look at my build here. Now, for my runes, I will show my runes at the end of the video. I'll go and just record my rune page and masteries to show you guys what it's all about. So gonna go back mid lane because there's not much happening. Top lane's pushing a bit, and so I'm probably gonna go help him. I do push mid lane first, and then what am I do? I see Vi, so I go for Vi. Not doing anything interesting here. Push mid lane. Top lane's having trouble, calling for help. So what am I doing? Bam, going top lane to help him out. Gotta help a brother out. Now we do end up getting the kill before I get there, so I'm not getting any assists on this one, but I do get the XP, so that was worth it. Go back mid lane. Let's see here. I'm brawling with Vi. She's again trying to fight when her team's not there, and she ends up dying. Now Orianna, let's look at the play right here. They have a ward in this bush here. I do know this, that they have vision on me, because look at that. She keeps moving away from my spears. Now I do end up landing that one though. And look, they are sticking around. They know where I am. They know that I'm here. Like right here, they saw me, and like they saw me right there with the bush. So they come back. I do notice that they have. I don't know that she's there, so I missed the spear completely. But I do know they have vision around here. I don't know exactly where. So I go around, place a ward right there. I move around here, throw a spear, miss it completely. I could have gotten a kill. Now I get vision on Oriana. She doesn't get any vision on me. So flash over, get the kill, and shut down right there very easily. So that was really fun. It's just a little chase right there. Just notice when people react to your spears, because that's when you know that there are wards around, and that's just not good for you. Here I do end up overstaying, trying to go for the Zilean, who does put a pretty brilliant ultimate, baiting me into dying right there. I could have gotten the kill, but he did a pretty nice ultimate. And Vi here is going to try to fight this Heimerdinger, but he's really good, so he's going to raid her right there, and she dies. Now Oriana's right there, getting out of their base. And let's look at the map right now. Bot lane, I just helped this Gorky out. What is he doing now? He's just really having a lot of fun in his lane because I helped him out, and he wasn't getting, you know, killed 50 times by Vayne because I was raging at the fact that I didn't get my mid lane. No, I grew some balls. I went mid at first because I thought that's the best place to start, but then I went bot lane as soon as I saw he needed help. I didn't stay mid, you know, thinking to myself, oh, I'm gonna stay mid because I called it first, like most of you guys probably do. It's counterproductive. Like, yes, maybe for your ego it's bad to go bot lane and go like, oh right, I'll go bot lane, and you know, kind of feel like the other person won. But if you want to win your games, honestly, you should just be the man in the situation and just go and don't let someone get themselves killed bot lane. For example, your AD carry versus 2-person. Now this Oriana deals a lot of damage here, and I do end up killing her with my E. So we're gonna fight this out here. Let's just slow this down. I do notice there's 3 people here. I didn't see Darius. I see 3 people for Vi, and so I go, let's just leave Vi alone, and I'm gonna go and kill the Zilean instead. And there's a huge chase that ensues here. Let's just look at that. Like, this guy played really well. He did ultimate right there, really nice. He's gonna exhaust me as soon as he gets out of his ultimate, so that I can't chase him down. And that actually ends up almost giving him his life there. He saved his flash. Bam. I went backwards because I knew if I hit him he was gonna die. And so I thought here, well, he's gonna survive. He does again. He stops to make me miss my spear. So really well played here. He moves back so that I miss my spear, but that does give me the edge on him because I do get the distance I need to get the kill on him. So that was a really nice chase. Really well played by Zilean though. If you saw the way he played against me, that was really smart. Just stopping, just making his movement unpredictable. That's how you want to play when you play against Nidalee. Just make your movements unpredictable, because if it's really predictable and you just keep moving in a straight line, it's going to be really easy for Nidalee to land her spears. And people like Zilean like that don't do that normally in lower elo, because they don't expect you to land your spears. They just don't think about it. They'll just try to run away from you, but that just ends up making your spears do more damage if you can land them. So you should play like the Zilean. You should even stop sometimes to make people miss their spear or run towards them at some point, even if they're chasing you. I do end up dying to Vayne though because I didn't see her. We end up picking up a kill here on this Darius again, and let's look at the score here. So the whole time I was just going around the map and helping my team out. So my personal CS is pretty damn bad, but I do have the most skills on my team because of the fact that I was roaming, and I did pick up a lot of kills with my spears, and maybe a lot of them were KS as well when I just went in and just last hit the people. So here goes a fight. Now this Jax is in trouble, so I throw a spear, do end up picking up a nice little spear on Oriana. Now look at this shit. This Oriana deals so much damage. I didn't expect that much damage from her, and Vi comes right in, and she's gonna ult me, I believe. And I'm gonna end up really just getting raped here. Oh, she doesn't actually ult me. Oriana ults me, not Vi. But we do end up killing Vi, and we'll actually also end up killing the Oriana. The problem is here, Heimerdinger is gonna get crushed by Oriana's damage once she gets out of. He's actually ended up getting the kill here, but look at the damage on Oriana right there. Bam! That was just like 500 damage right there with one command shock. That's just amazing. So this Oriana was playing pretty well. She was actually very fed, almost as fed as I was. And, well, actually she was probably more fed than I was. Let's just look at the gold here. She had 10,000. I had 9.4. She did have more gold than me because of the farm. I didn't get any farm because I was just roaming the whole time. But that's how you carry. I don't care about farm. I don't care about my personal score. I do end up getting a lot of kills in this game, but that's not my primary target. My primary target is just help my team out. Because if you're in lower brackets and you know that you're actually a very good player, or you're just someone that's actually better than what you're put at. For example, you're silver, but you believe that you're like a gold or diamond player or whatever you want. Then that's how you should play. Like, you don't care about your personal score because you know that you can do well even if you don't have like a ton of kills. So why don't just help your team out by giving them some kills, helping them with their lane, and then just let them carry you. And just be the one that doesn't have as many kills or as much gold. That can also be a way to carry your team, is being like kind of a support carry. And that's something that I pretty much really enjoy doing with Nidalee, is being a support carry. I do have flashing here because I thought I was going to get in range, but she does have like her little ghost from command, like her spell. So I do not get the kill, but look at this shit here. We get the kill right there, and here we go around. Think I can get a kill. I don't. But Jax goes in thinking he can do something interesting. Nothing really interesting happens here. And so what am I doing here? I see all of them pretty low because I just speared all of them. I do not go in. What do? I see mid lanes pushing right there. So I decide, you know what? If I go push, they'll have to come my way. And since they're all low, if any of them come near me, I can spear them and kill them. Now let's just look here. I do not have any vision. Let's just put the fog of war here. Oh no, actually I can't see it. I don't have any vision on this girl. I just saw her once. Now I can't see her here, but I'm trying to spear her right there. And look at that. Look how close that was. Bam, that could have hit her and like just give me like a free kill right there. But I missed it. Too bad. Sometimes you gotta just try to get some kills. Now this Darius decides to come right in my face. Like I said, I could kill any of them if they went for me, and I just do end up getting the kill on Darius because he was pretty stupid. And I do a lot of damage to the turret as well. And notice how the whole time, the whole game, my only goal was just to get objectives. What did I do mid lane? Again, I pushed the lane, I helped the guy get his lane pushed, and then I went directly bot lane, pushed the lane, get the turret. And then Corki was able by himself to push the lane and get this turret, which was really good for us. And at the end of the game, I think they don't even get one of our turrets. They have none of them. Because every time they were pushing our lanes, I would just go there and try to help my team push that lane and not get it pushed. So I went top lane when he needed help. I went bot lane when he needed help. And I went mid lane as well. I did sacrifice a lot of my personal levels and CS for that. But we do end up like getting a very, very decisive win. Because again, the whole time I was just roaming around the map and helping my team out. And that's how you make your presence felt as a really good carry champion. It's by going around the map with your mobility. That's how you do it with Nidalee. Just go around the map. Because she moves so fast that compared to a lot of champions, you don't miss on as much by going around the map, because you do that very fast compared to many, many other champions. So we do get 2 inhibitors here. I'm pretty good, does end up dying, but I'll pick up the kill on Orianna with my spear. Again, another shutdown kill. And again, what am I doing here? Just staying in their base and trying to put pressure. Because my goal here is to get these 2 turrets. So if I can get these guys to back in their base, then maybe I can get a bit of damage on these 2 turrets. Now, Darius does come up and try to kill me, but he does end up dying to a perfectly timed spear by myself. So here he does notice that he gets low. So he goes like, maybe I should run away. But guess what? I'm Nidalee, so no, you're not getting away from this. He's dead. There's another kill. 13 and 5 with Nidalee here by just roaming around the map the whole time. And that's how I do it. Low elo plays right here, guys. So he does want to give me blue buff, so what I'm going to do, go get the blue buff. Really good. Thank you a lot, Darius. That's going to be worth it in the end because I need blue all the time. There's a really nicely placed spear right through the minions, right on Orianna. This Zillion was playing really balls deep the whole time on me, but it was pretty annoying, actually, I gotta say. And he was playing it pretty well as well. I think their Zillion was one of the best players in their team, in my opinion. Because he was really good at like dodging my spears and putting pressure on me, putting bombs all the time, and he was at the right place at the right time. And that was just an amazing spear right there by me. Actually, look at that. Those were all their minions, and I did end up getting the kill right through all of them. And I was like screaming, and I was like in chat, I was like, oh my god, that was like so good. and like everyone's like, nice, good job. And even Zillion, like we were really having a good time, both teams talking to each other, and I was like saying, you know, good job Zillion, dodging and all that. And here we're just gonna push to victory, and that's how we end up winning this game, I believe. And the only one that didn't have a lot of fun this game was Darius, because he was just flaming the whole time. And you know what happens when you flame and you troll everyone? You just end up losing the games, because you put too much time in the chat and not just concentrating on what's going on. And you also put a lot too much time like trying to kill the person that you're raging at, and mostly that's gonna diminish your skill, and what you do, your decision making is gonna be bad as well. So one good tip from this game is also not to flame and troll, and just play very well. Just stick in the game, and if you see people trolling you, just mute them and play your game and just watch what's going on, because paying attention to the chat and what people are telling you, it's gonna make you just think about, you know, what you can say to them and how you can come back, and not really think about how to win the game. So that's another tip that I have for you in this extended guide for Nidalee. Don't flame. If people tell you you suck, just mute them and keep playing, because you don't suck. You can do very well. Just stick on to your plan and push waves. Help your team out when they need it. Even people that flamed you, help them. You don't care if they flamed you and they tell you you suck. Go help them if they're in trouble. They're your teammates. It is counterproductive to not help your team out when they need you because they flamed you or told you were noob. Just help them out, and that way you have a lot more chances of winning. And if they're annoying as fuck, you don't need the chat to win the game. Just mute them. That's what I do personally. Now let's jump right into my masteries before I end this guide. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay, and the fact that I did this in a third-person view, mostly reviewing a game that I already played. That way I was actually able to, you know, point out my mistakes and also point out my good moves and how I was thinking throughout the whole game, and how my movement was going on. So that's really good. I think I'm going to do more videos like this in the future, because I think it's a really good perspective to analyze a game in more depth. So let's jump right into masteries and runes for people who want to see them. Let's go. So here are my runes for Nidalee AP mid lane. Now let me just explain to you guys the thought process behind these runes. So in marks, obviously magic penetration, mostly every AP caster will get that, because in my opinion it's better than AP, than flat AP at this point. And you'll see the difference in damage a lot more by getting this than getting more AP, because most people will have MRes as their glyphs, and so you're going to want to have some magic penetration to go through that magic resistance. And seals, I do personally enjoy mana regeneration per 5, but that is a really personal choice. Most Nidalee and most really good players we're actually gonna go for armor in seals instead of mana regeneration. It is a lot more risky to go for mana regeneration, but personally I really enjoy running this because I go a lot less. And also when the early game starts, my personal playstyle, as you can see in the game, was just to go around and place bushwhacks everywhere. And with this mana regeneration and my masteries, I'm able to actually put all of these bushwhacks without losing any mana. Like every time I put another bushwhack, mostly my mana is always all the way back up. So if you don't have that, mostly your mana is going to be like half when you go in lane, and that's going to be bad for your laning phase. So I'd rather have this and have full mana almost like when I get to lane, and I still have a lot of bushwhacks around the map. So here's my quintances. Of course, 5 AP on every quint. That's what most AP again casters get, and magic resistance in glyphs, because if you're playing mid lane, you're mostly going to play against an AP caster, or if you play against an AD, well then you can go get some armor in your seals if you want to, but still they're definitely going to be someone that deals some magic damage on the other team. So these glyphs can be good for laning, but also just for the general game. Now let's jump into right in masteries. Let's go into AP Nidalee. So that's it. Now I'm going to 2109 and very simple runes, very simple masteries mostly. Summoner's Wrath for the Ignite, AP, and attack damage while on cooldown, of course. And then, again, just flat out down right there, the AP. And I do not get the point in Spell Sword because I do not poke that much with my basic attacks. Mostly, I'm going to try to stay away from auto attack range and just spear the whole game. That's mostly my playstyle on Nidalee, so that's not going to be useful for me. Havoc, of course, and then this is just really good for killing people with spears. 5% extra damage from people that are 50% or lower, and that's really gonna shine in the late game. That can actually mean like a lot of damage late game, like 200 damage almost, like just from Executioner. But again, it's really good. Just get it. And here, of course, utility, I go get that meditation. I want the mana regeneration. Again, like I said, I am a really mana dependent player. Like, and Nidalee is a really mana dependent champion, but I always like use my mana like all the game. I just heal myself, spear, put bushwhacks. I really just utilize all my spells all the time, because I think that's the best way to play Nidalee. So mana regen, extra mana here, just 1 point in Wanderer. Some people like to go 3 points in Wanderer, 1 point in Meditation, but honestly it is very worth it to go in Meditation if you want to like just throw out as many spears as you can. Summoner's Insight, of course, for the flash reduction cooldown, and then you got Runic Affinity to get some buff duration, because you're going to get blue buffs. So that was it for my Runes Masteries and the gameplay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this guide. If you want more, please tell me, and which champion you want me to play next, because I will try to do it. I might try to do an extended guide for Fizz, because I did do a gameplay which got pretty popular, and I'm still trying to get really good with Fizz. Watching Froggen play, Froggen is just amazing with Fizz. I wish I could learn from him, because he is really good. He's running Ignite and Teleport on Fizz. Anyways, that's really not the point of this video. So tell me in the comments which one you want. Maybe Fizz, Kassadin, and maybe Zyra once I learn her, but she's really tough. And then Teemo maybe one day. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you very soon for another one.